Welcome to our ATHENA 2022 webinar. We welcome you to your personal time slot that suits you best. We have learned from surveys that it's the best to broadcast the webinar every 4 hours throughout the day. And here we are. You probably already know both of us. My name is Henning Wagner and next to me is Philipp Schwab. Hello Philipp.
Hello to everyone, and I'm also very happy to introduce the new version ATHENA 2022 in our presentation.
Okay, thank you Philipp. Then we come to our agenda, and we want to show you today, and you can expect the following. Yeah, how to switch on the support for multi-GPUs, and here you will be surprised at the speed advantage you will gain. In ATHENA 2022 complete, is this a variable you have to fulfill, you have to fill out, and then it works. In AutoCAD 2023, it's a
standard setting.
A standard setting, thank you. Yeah, but I think Philipp will show you now in a few minutes the function. Yeah, save newly created objects in the library. The new dialogues can be operated across the board, making ATHENA even more intuitive to use. Then how to edit these libraries. Here you can manage your libraries quickly and clearly, and Philipp will show you also this one. Yeah, dynamic input for sheet metal cross-section. Now even more intuitive to create your exact dimension directly on the mouse. If you have the path, then you can create directly your dimensions. Yeah, then create multiple levels. Create a section for several floors or stories, and the dimension reference fits automatically. It's really nice. And this is a function that comes from, is what a wish from our customers, from you. Thank you for that. And yeah, now it's in ATHENA implemented. Multiple layouts export as in DWG. And if you need a DW layout export and not a static PDF, maybe this will be your favorite function in the future. Then developments of sheet using the project browsers. This is a very fast creation of sheet metal developments directly available in the project browser. Yeah, and much more will show you now Philipp, and yeah, Philipp will take now the chair and sit down to the computer.
Okay. Yes.
And then
so I take a seat, and
then we will start.
Yes, and we are here on our webinar desktop computer, and yes, okay, let's start, and yeah, let's go. Thank you.
Okay.
Then we start directly. I have prepared a drawing for the presentation, which I have saved in Kronos. If you are looking for a solution to store and make available your project data more securely and intuitively in your company environment, then please contact us about our PDM system Kronos. So here we have the drawing. So let's now take a virtual walk of the shown project. There's one thing I would like to show you right away, and that is the new visual style shaded, which is available as a basis from AutoCAD 2022. From now on, you can access a visual 3D style that distributes the graphic processing to all cores of your graphic processing unit. In AutoCAD 2022, this is activated with a system variable 3D Tech Preview. In 2023, this mode is available by default under shaded and shaded with edges. Yeah, just look how fast I can rotate and turn this 3D model smoothly. The performance is raised considerably here. In addition to the 3D facade, you also see the corresponding 3D sections. So let's switch the layer state and take a look also to the corresponding 3D sections. Here we have the vertical section with both structured joints, yes, of the project. Here we have, of course, also the horizontal section with the sheet metal section joint. And here we come to the first spot of our presentation, yes, the first new feature of our version ATHENA 2022. First of all, convince yourself of our newly revised library function. Do you use special building connection membranes, for example? Simply retrieve them from your library. You can easily see that the new ATHENA library function also includes new dialog boxes, also with filters and sorting options. These objects can then be used with just a few clicks. Let's add here two types of structural joint membranes. Here first the inner membrane and the second saved type, the outside membrane with the green layer. Okay, so and now let's change the true length of the membrane. Here 130, and then the second type of the membrane here 150 millimeter. Who has never seen ATHENA before, please notice that you have the possibility to label parts automatically, like here, and add special types of insulation, like here the construction type area, and with a few clicks you can add here the right insulation. And also here with the type of area. Okay, and now this side of the horizontal section is done. Let's move on to the next spot, the entrance area. Here you can see another building structure joint with an entrance door section. This was created in Logical and inserted into the drawing via our logical interface. At this point, the sheet metal connection is missing. Creating sheet metal cross-section has always been easy in ATHENA, but now we have added even more functionality. Line-related objects such as the sheet metal cross-section, ATHENA wall and membranes can now be created completely via the dynamic input, like here. You can simply enter the appropriate dimension and the angle in the corresponding fields and change them with the Tab key. You also benefit from the corresponding preview of the dimensions. So here the sheet metal cross section is also done, and let's add a ceiling and mirror the objects to the other side. You can also use the temporary object snap for this mid between 2 points. Here, for example, yes, and mirror the object to the other side and don't delete the basic object. You are probably already familiar with the command ATHENA match properties. You can use also now the AutoCAD command to transfer special ATHENA properties, like here a hard insulation to soft insulation, or other properties like line or layer properties to other objects. Here in the example we isolate the part labels and change the layer and a special ATHENA property here, like the arrow. So now you can transfer the property of the source label to all the other part labels. So here now it's done. Another example. Here we add a coating to the sheet metal cross section, and we use the AutoCAD command match properties and transfer the coating property to other sheet metal cross section. You can already see with a few clicks you can change easily ATHENA objects. So let's now take a look together at a part of the created vertical section. A wish that many customers have expressed, you can now assign several definition dimensions to high grade, such as in the simple example here. So you can create a new vertical level, and the section goes over 4 floors. So we can add the different high grades. Here the dimension for the second floor, and then the other 2 floors, 3 and 4. So in the last one. Okay, then you can insert the vertical level here, for example, on the upper edge of the concrete, and then the 2 edges of the window frame. And then we know the high grade level of this floor and the other 3 floors. Okay, that's also an awesome feature. Earlier we have already used saved ATHENA membranes. Let's take a look how you can save ATHENA objects with a few clicks. For example, here a bar assembly. To use this in the 3D construction. Yeah, first we need a name and an item number. Okay. So, and here we save the bar assembly. For example, also in different types of folders. You can create your own folder structure only for the sheet metal cross section and other types of bar assemblies. Let's come to the heart of the ATHENA library function. The new library manager, edit library. Here we can collect and save our ATHENA objects that we use in the drawing. Here, for example, sheet metals or bar assemblies or bracket assemblies. We can also load other ATHENA library files or load objects from other drawing files. We have different functions for assortments and filters. And here in this example, we collect some objects. Here we have the folders, and we save a new ATHENA library file in our network. Here, for example, our SharePoint folder or the webinar SharePoint folder. I create a new folder, the English webinar folder, and type a new file name. Yeah, for example, brackets. We have brackets, sheet metals, and bar assemblies. And the project name. It's an example. So, and Here we have then a new ATHENA OLBX library file with our stored ATHENA objects. And then if you have a new project, with a few clicks you can load the library file, you can use the objects, yes, for example, special infills, the brackets, bar assemblies, membranes. It's not necessary to create the objects new for every project. You can use your ATHENA libraries and of course share it with your colleagues. So let's return a step on our 3D construction. First we filter our bar assemblies, that also the mullions are visible. Let's assign an arrangement or use assemblies for an arrangement. We do this on the left mullion. And for this you can use the ATHENA command apply arrangement and assign a new arrangement. And here's the point, you can add stored bar assemblies, for example from a library or other drawing or from your network. Yes, all is possible. In this case we have a foot point assembly and a head point assembly. You can load the assembly, change some properties, change some mounting parts or some materials, other materials, and you can use them directly in your project drawing. So like here, the assemblies on this mullion. Yeah, let's take a look how the ATHENA assembly arrangement works here in the construction. Here is the 3D concrete. So also that works, and take a look at the ground and also the foot point assembly works also. Okay. And now we continue with the other new features in this version, and first we want to fade in all the other parts of the 3D constructions, or the rest of the bar assembly parts. So, and now we have back all the other bar assemblies, so the sheet metal cladding and yes, the transoms. So the ATHENA bar visibility filter is a good way to perform targeted actions. So now we come to a new feature in our ATHENA project browser. For this webinar I have created a simple ATHENA sheet metal facade, a 3D sheet metal facade, and I isolate such a sheet metal part to show you the structure or the construction of this part, and for you it's possible to create such sheet metal parts in our sheet processing tool in ATHENA. Okay, and let's come to the ATHENA project browser. I want to position these sheet metals. Okay, and now the new feature is that you can create the sheet metal development directly in the ATHENA project browser. You can change here the scale, and then we extract one corner part to the drawing. So, and it's not necessary anymore to extract all the parts in the sheet processing tool. You can position all your parts to the ATHENA project browser, then you have a position number, and you can then extract all the parts completely from out of your partial order. Yeah, that is also a great benefit you can use in the new ATHENA version 2022. So maybe you are familiar with the position model function. You can use this function to display which item parts can be found where in the model. So the infills and the different bars. And then you can, of course, bring it on your layout paper. And yes, we do this for the infills and another position model for the bars. We change the labeling properties and export also this position model. And you can also see that we still in the scale 1 to 4. So the labeling it's too small. So and the new feature is we can change the scale of the position model. The position model is now a labeling part, and you can add one more scale, or you can change the scale. It depends in which scale you want to show the position model in the paper space or in your layout. So let's do this. I change the UCS. Okay, then we have a better front view. So after this we bring the position model to the layout, but I will show you another feature in the current version. So it's the function rename block. So the position model has no designation, so we can give them a new designation. So that's a simple but a great benefit. With one click you can change the name of your AutoCAD blocks. So now I change the layer, so yellow, the color yellow to the white background is a little bit inconveniently chosen. And now we can do a viewport arrangement in the scale 1 to 16 to our paper space. Maybe it is required to submit your project data not only as a PDF but as a DWG file. But you don't want to submit the whole drawing but only the relevant details. After all, it is your intellectual property. For this we have now a command to export all your layouts automatically into independent drawing files. Of course this takes a few minutes, and I have prepared these layouts in the drawing, and I will import these drawings into the Chronos, in our Chronos, and let's take a look how such an exported layout looks like. So we open this, and now we see the horizontal section and also the layout frame, and you can see the content are not ATHENA objects anymore. It's our unnamed blocks. So you have all the relevant details. Let's change the visual style a last time. And yes, so now we are at the end of the presentation.
Great. Thank you, Philipp. It was nice to show, nice to see, especially for me. And okay, then we come to the end. And Yeah, and as you can surely imagine, there is much more. And simply you can scan the QR code on the page facing me here, and you will be taken directly to the innovations of version 2022 on our website. For all those who have not yet had the pleasure of ATHENA license but would like to give it a try, you can register for a 30-day version with the QR code on the side of Philipp. Yes, so many thanks for your participation, and as always, Philipp has the last words. Philipp.
Yes, thank you also. Yes, especially for the many numbers of participators, and yes, if you have questions or you have some ideas what we can show you with our 3 great products, ATHENA, Apollon and Kronos, you can write us yes, on webinar at CAD-PLAN.com, or of course on LinkedIn. You can write us every day if you have time. Yes, and yes, I wish you a great day at work or at home, and see you on the next webinar time.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.